Hi everyone, Paul, he and his pronouns, serve as Vermont State University's Chief Culture and Compliance Officer and Interim Title IX and Protected Rights Coordinator. Really excited to be here for another episode of Every Person Has a Story. And I'm really thrilled to be able to be here today with Jenn Hayden, our Assistant Director as well. So in a moment, we're gonna start asking her some questions just to get a better sense of who she is. I can't wait for all of you to just learn a little bit more about the wonderful person that she is. So, Jenn, could you tell us just who you are? If you'd like to share your pronouns, great. And what do you do here at Vermont State University?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad to be doing these sessions with you because I know it's been on our minds for a while. I'm Jenn Hayden. I use she, her pronouns, and I have been at the university now for a little over 6 months. Yeah, a little over 6 months.
Nice. And tell us just a little bit about what you do here. What have you, I guess, been doing here that over the course of the past?
So I'm the assistant director in your office of culture and institutional excellence, and I do a lot of work with outreach. I do a lot of work going out to student groups, working with clubs, SGA, working with faculty. I also assist you in our capacity of working with like a lot of the compliance and protected rights. So that's always something that we collaborate on. And then I also do a lot of just like celebration. Like I focus a lot on like how diversity and culture really like grows and celebrates our world.
And you have an office here on the Vermont State University Castleton campus, right?
Yes, that's correct. So I'm at the Castleton campus with my office, which for anyone who's ever seen it, they're like, whoa, you look like you've been here for 500 years.
Yeah.
But like I do go, just like you, around to all of the sites. So I've been to all 5 campuses.
And where is your office on campus?
I'm in Stafford.
Okay.
So it's on the first floor, Stafford 129. It's right across from the elevator.
And I don't think that you can miss it. If you walk into Stafford and you look to your left, you'll see a bunch of the things that Jenn has for students, for staff, for faculty as well. And you should definitely check out her office as well. It is amazing and full of lots of different treasures, I would say.
Yeah,
So.
I like to surround myself with things that make you feel alive.
Yeah, which is great. And I think if you visit it, you'll experience that firsthand as well. So why did you choose to work at Vermont State University? Kind of what brought you here?
Honestly, I was super excited to still find work in this field. I feel really passionate about working in like, you know, inclusion, diversity, these fields that are so important to like, especially higher ed, but like our world in general. And with some things going on in the world, it was like, am I gonna be able to continue working in this field? And when I saw this opportunity, I just leapt at it. I was so excited because I was like, oh, I thought I was just gonna have to go, you know, into some office job and not be able to continue doing this passion that I loved so much.
And we're so grateful that you chose to work here as well, given all of the experience that you have, both kind of in the world and then in higher education as well. Again, we're so grateful that you chose to come here, that you're doing all of the things that you do. And yes, as you said, the opportunity to be able to continue to help our students, our staff, our faculty thrive here at the university, I think is a gift, right? To be able to do this day in and day out. Okay. Well, outside of this kind of setting, what keeps you busy?
Oh man, I bought a house right around the time that I started working here, and I cannot wait for spring because I love gardening. I'm so excited. Like I have a bunch of bulbs that honestly need to go in the ground, but like I love gardening. I love growing things. I love, you know, I said my office makes you feel alive. I like being around things that, you know, breathe life into their surroundings. So I'm excited for that. But I also am like, wintertime is a lot of, you know, people kind of poo-poo on winter. And I'm like, no, it's like a great time to like sit indoors and just like have your tea or your cocoa and curl up with your book and be like a cozy, lazy bookworm. And I love that as well.
Yeah. I have been drinking a lot more hot chocolate this season than I have in previous seasons. just, yeah, enjoying that kind of almost ritual.
I got a gift that had Lake Champlain hot chocolate in it. Ooh.
That's exactly the kind that...
Oh, that's so good.
Yes, yes. All right. Well, I know that there are lots of different things that we could talk about. I'm curious if there's one story that if you could choose, that would just give us a better sense of who you think that you are.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I said earlier, like, there's so many, like, if anyone who has had a chance to meet me yet knows, there's like so many crazy stories I have. And I feel like one that really kind of narrows down why I kind of chose to go into this kind of work. So when I was in high school, when I started the project, I was 16 and I carried it through until I was 17. I had a social studies teacher who thought it was very important for us to understand the feeling of being in a kind of like a marginalized category. Mm-hmm. I grew up in an area that was predominantly Caucasian, and it was like a challenging situation for a lot of young people where I grew up to be like, oh, I understand and can empathize with the struggles of African Americans or people who are part of the LGBTQIA plus community. So our social studies teacher assigned us different groups that we could pick, and I ended up doing a sponsorship with PFLAG, which is the Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. Okay. They're very inclusive. They do include like trans and other queer categories. It's just that was, at the time, that was the language they had to use. Yeah. And as a young person doing this, I ended up being the project I worked with them on ended up going on to be a key feature at their Western Regional Conference, which I presented as a young 17-year-old. Okay. Which for like a lot of people, they're like, what were you doing when you were 17? And,
yeah.
You know, a lot of people are like, I don't know, I was like at Sonic's drinking a cherry limeade, and I'm like, I don't know, I was at like the PFLAG Western Regional Conference giving a keynote address
on this topic
about equity and why it's so important to like be seen and heard and included. And I feel like for a lot of people, like I was so lucky that both of my parents were very like welcome and embracing, and they loved this for me. My mom was there were a lot of people at the convention who were like dressed in a way that like made my mom a little uncomfortable, but she was very like excited to see me, so like happy and celebrated. So I was glad that I had a family who could help me with that journey as well.
Yeah, and that's really important. And do you think that experience then kind of set you on this path to think about how to support other people from other historically marginalized groups?
I think it really did, because that was, as a young person, like I had a really wonderful education as a young person, and I just had so many opportunities and so many wonderful teachers who like really thought it was important for us to understand that like our reality is not everyone's reality. And
I love that.
Yeah, that was, as a young person, like hearing that and not only hearing it, but like seeing it in real time was like a big factor of me being like, I feel like more people should be aware of this.
Yeah. So our reality is not everyone's reality. Right?
Yeah.
Our reality is not everyone's reality. Yeah, and I think that empathy that develops when we understand that, I think is really, really important. Recently, I was talking to a group of people about the platinum rule, treating others the way that they want to be treated.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks a little bit maybe to that kind of sentiment as well.
Yeah, exactly. Where it is very like, there's so many ways of being in this world that, you know, you don't even know about, like, and it's not even like ignorance, it's just like there's so many ways you couldn't possibly know them all.
Right.
So the best we can do is just like learn and continue to like seek out different ways of being.
Yeah. Gosh. Well, Jen, I know that there are tons and tons of other things for us to talk about. I'm hopeful that this will inspire many of you, whether you're a student, a staff, or a faculty member at the university, to reach out and get to know Jenn. Jenn, I think you can be reached at jennifer.hayden.
Yes, right? That's correct. My legal name is Jennifer.
Yeah.
So
at vermontstate.edu. As you said, your office is, at least on the Vermont State University Castleton campus is in Stafford. And again, I really want to encourage you to make the time to go see this office. It is incredible.
Come have some tea. I have a great selection.
Yes, she's really into tea as well.
A little bit of a tea snob.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jen. Maybe we'll have to kind of extend this to do another part so we can get to know you even better. If you are interested in participating in this series, we're trying to get a wide variety of voices and stories from different people that represent the Vermont State University community. I'd love to, again, get in touch with you if you're a student, staff, or faculty member, or even alumni. Our most recent episode was with a wonderful alum named Kate Abdel Fattah, an alum of Johnson State College or Northern Vermont University. So thank you all for sticking with us for this episode, and we hope to see you all again soon. Bye.
Bye.